A guy I know was making 200 cold calls a day. 3 weeks in, he quit. He did not quit because he was scared. He beat scared in 5 calls. He quit because nobody would talk to him. And right here, this is what he opened with. Are you looking to use any AI or any automations at the minute? Most of them said no. Now watch, because he did something right in there. When they said no, he asked them, how come? This is a diagnosis question, and that's a really good instinct. They told him they did not have the time. And he said, you don't need the time, I handle all of it. Which is a decent answer to a question nobody had earned the right to ask. He was trying to sell on this dial. And the dial is not where you sell. There is a reason this video comes before the selling framework video. If you can cold call, you can close. It's important you learn this skill first. The job is to close on a future appointment, not to close a deal. Okay? Let me say that again. You are not closing anybody today. You have earned one more phone call. Not a demo, not a sale, 15 more minutes. That is the entire win condition. You will hear a lot more no thanks than sure, that's worth another conversation. Cold calling is a numbers game, and making it a game makes it fun. And you're about to learn how to play to win. Everything I taught you about the customer journey is assuming they're warm leads. So somebody raised their hand, they knew who you were. If you remember, I walked you down from right to left, and I made a riff that this works the opposite for cold interactions. Cold runs the other direction. They were unaware you existed. They might be unaware they even have the problem. Remember this, about 1% of people you cold call are ready to buy, and they're most aware. I have closed deals off of a cold call. It is rare, but I have been doing this for a long time. In the advanced cold calling video, I will cover the natural way to do this, but you have to crawl before you walk before you run, and run before you sprint. Right now, you're on your belly like a little baby scooching around, and I need to teach you to crawl first. So stop trying to sell the 1%. Start trying to book a sales call with 100% of the people that you talk to. Sometimes you have to get past whoever answers the phone first, and that is the gatekeeper. His or her entire job is to sniff out a vendor. So do not sound like one. Sound like a friend calling a friend's business to speak with them. This stinks. This is Rymac from ABC Agency. Is Phil Collins around? This passes the sniff test for most. Hey, Dora, is Phil available? First names, yours and theirs. Stay away from last names. Then shut up. Don't over-explain. If he or she asks, who is calling, oh, I'm sorry, you can let him know it's Rymac. Then shut up again. This is how a friend would call their friend that owns a business to speak with them. If she asks what it is about, name the problem. It's about how quickly he's getting back to his customers. Someone referred me to Phil. It's about a bad review and I had a question for Phil. It's about his website. It's broken. Use something true if you did recon. If you're just smiling and dialing, meaning no recon, then you will want to land on one of the 3 laws as the pain. It's about his slow response to form submissions. As an example, do not pitch her. She is not who you are selling. Be vaguely confident without making up a bald-faced lie. You do not use your help or USP statement on a gatekeeper. Sound like you were calling a friend and she patches you right through. The more you do this, the more natural it will become. Hey Phil, it's Ryan. How are you doing today? Carry it like he already knows you. That confidence buys you precious seconds. He says, good. Who is this? How can I help you? And now there are only two things you have to get right. Number one, the reason that I called is. Then the problem you fix, never the tool you use. I help who fix what so that they can dream outcome. Then end it in a question to see if it's worth their time. Is this worth discussing further when you have the time? Then shut up. Don't start to explain over your question. You're seeing if they're actually interested, and that is it. The direct nature and question will make a lot of business owners think about this for a few seconds. Silence is golden on calls. After any question you ever ask, never interrupt their thinking with nervous explanations. That is the whole opener. You don't need to overthink this. Say those two things, then shut up. And I mean shut up. You just asked a question that is easy to say no to. Every word you add gives them something new to say no to. My guy filled that silence with a pitch. And that is why he more than likely missed out on opportunities, but it's good on him for picking up the phone and calling. If you already have a result in the industry, then you can lead in with the result. Recently, we helped Dr. X double his weekly amount of patients by reactivating his database. Is this worth discussing further when you have time? Same two parts. The proof just replaced the promise. And if you have any real intel on them, open with that. I'm actually a customer. I noticed you have 100 5-star reviews. Then the reason that you called. Now here is the part that would have saved my guy 3 weeks. I have been selling AI for 5 years. I've sold it to doctors, brokers, lawyers, home services, across dozens of niches. Notice not once anywhere did I say AI and what I just explained to you. When he said it, the trade said back, what's even AI? Now, internally, they have a guard up and a dozen other questions. Sales is setting a clear path, and questions are roadblocks in that path. They might not be skeptical of it. They might be illiterate about it, or vice versa, but it's questions that you don't need to arm them with. Your job is to gauge interest with your USP and set the next appointment where you can run the actual framework to close them on that call. You cannot walk someone down a path that is full of questions. Objections are questions. See if they have the problem. Be respectful and acknowledge that you know they're busy. Set the next appointment. They said yes. Do not celebrate and do not keep talking. And don't start trying to explain or sell right here. You need two things, a time and their email. I'll call you at this time. Let me send you an email with a one-page explainer so our upcoming call makes sense. Just say you need 15 minutes to explain how you help. The visual one-pager gives them the visual or whatever pre-call information you can send, like a roadmap. Roadmaps are best. It's the logical steps showing how you get the results. It shows them where they are and how to get to where they want to be. Do not tell them that they need to commit to an hour-long Zoom call demo. A demo sounds like a pitch, and you have not earned it yet. It's like being 3 minutes into a first date and you're already trying to lift up the skirt. Slow down, cowboy. At least take her to a nice dinner and for some ice cream after. And that one pager or roadmap is not a brochure. It frames the next call. It is the reason the next call is not cold anymore. You show up warm to your own call because you just sent them something first. Then hang up and you go to the next one. No is a more powerful word to a salesperson than anything, and plenty of them will say no. That is a good call. You either get to work together or you met a stranger, learned something, and parted as friends. There is no losing condition on a cold call. 3 weeks of no's did not break my guy. Believing they were failures did. Every no is a win. Yeses are just the wins that feel better. First names only, then shut up. The reason that I called is this worth discussing further? Never say AI, a time, and an email. That's it. I sent my guy exactly what I just gave you. This is what he came back with. Yeah, I think I just misunderstood it, to be honest. Listening to you reading what you say and how you say it seems like such a dull moment for me. Obviously, the call should just be to set the next appointment. I don't know why I try to say a million words, and I think it's just passion and excitement and nerves. And so he's a self-identified this, okay? Obviously, the call should just be to set the next appointment. I don't know why I try to say a million words. I never told him that he said it himself. You never tell them anything you can get them to say themselves. They won't believe what you say anyways, okay? They'll believe everything they say. It works on your prospects just like it works for him. Next video is the 15 minutes you just booked. That is where the warm framework finally switches on. And if you want to fumble this 20 times before you do it to a human, the cold call spar is free. www.closecontrol.com to practice. You can watch a million videos, but nothing replaces practice. And practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. Go be dangerous. Always got your back, Rymac.